Good morning. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain. And on today's program is brought to you by Harvard Health Publishing, and it's talking about tips to leverage neuroplasticity to maintain cognitive fitness as you age. It's written by Jennifer Fisher, and it was released out April 2nd of last year, 2025. So you should know that as we age, we need to maintain our cognitive fitness because we're talking about our brain's ability to adapt and rewire itself. And this is what neuroplasticity, neuroplasticity, is all about. And it plays a crucial role in keeping our minds sharp. Now, my 87-year-old grandmother used to do the New York Times crossword puzzle in ink. She was that good. And when she played Scrabble, whose scores were always around 700, 800, 900. So she kept her mind or her cognitive ability sharp. We all know that as we age, we change, especially in your brain. And if we do not engage in specific activities and lifestyle choices to help preserve our brain and even enhance our cognitive function, we're going to get into trouble. So we need to start early introducing or incorporating brain-boosting habits into our daily life that can support mental agility and overall brain health. So, what is neuroplasticity and what's its connection to cognitive fitness? It refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout life by modifying its structure, functions, or neural pathways. And the tips that I will provide today is a guide that shares 6 tips that you can use to strengthen your intellectual prowess, promote your powers of recall, and protect your brain-based skills that are essential for an rewarding and independent living. And it goes anywhere from simple and specific changes in your eating habits to ways to challenge your brain, and it will pay off dividends for you and your future. So what's our goal when we get older? Well, it's not just to hit our 80s or 90s or even 100, but to remain mentally sharp throughout the process. And you can. Research provides that there is a lot we can do to keep our brain healthy and lessen the risk of brain disease and stay cognitively fit for a lifetime. So here are 7 ways for brain power that goes the distance. This special report will help you and introduce you to an empowering 7-step program that can make a lasting impact. So what do you need to do? Well, there are diets that are made and created for you to eat certain foods that will help you stay away from the other foods that may lead to your cognitive development lessening. Also, you need to get a good night's sleep. Get rid of your stress. Now, I have a stress-related disease. It's called systemic lupus, and I can tell you it can take over your body, your muscles, your tissues, your connective tissues, your 4 major organs in a snap. So you want to make sure that you get a good night's sleep, because it's essential for you to retain your memory. Social contacts, which means go out, meet new people, have lunch, or go on a walk with a friend. Have a pet? Yes, I've seen cats on leashes, along with the dogs and turtles and just about every known pet to humans. Take them out, go for a walk. They're a good way for kids and even dog lovers to come up to you. In fact, when I was in Lowe's one morning, there was a gentleman who had decked his pooch out all with blinking Christmas tree lights. And you'd be surprised how many adults went up to him and started talking to him. So if you need a way to break the ice, this is certainly one way to do it. The next thing you should do is there are all kinds of free games on the internet that you can play. Whether it's one cards and you're playing it, and you used to do it physically with the cards and lay them on the floor or the table. Forget the exact name, but you can play it by yourself or you can play it with partners. I know that kids get on and play games with their friends, and they can argue and they can discuss strategy, but they can do it together and they're getting that social interaction with everybody. Don't refuse to go out or mingle. Go get a video and invite a friend over to watch it with you. Movies, you can get them online, you can get them offline. There's so many things you can do to keep your brain stimulated. You can read books off your computer, off your laptop, off your tablet. Even stories on Facebook you can listen to. When my mother was recently widowed, she would turn on her radio, which was the equivalent of the internet then, and she would listen to the talk shows, people arguing, disagreeing, thoughts, opinions. They were invited, this listening audience, to call in, which she did. And then she would go to sleep listening to all the different people's answers. So don't become a recluse. Get yourself out there. Get involved in different types of activities. If you're in good shape, pickleball is great. Also, taking a walk. You never know who you're going to meet, and some of them are quite friendly. You need to get out there. If you're afraid to walk the streets, go into a mall and walk in the mall. It's very safe. There are security guards patrolling at all times, plus retired officers who are also doing it. They have early morning and late evening clubs where you can walk your 3 or 4 or 5 miles inside and be perfectly all right, or jog up and down the escalator. There are ways. Over here where I live in my senior community, I walk the hallways, which are rather long, 3 times, which is an equivalent to 3,000 steps. So I get my 3,000 steps in daily. And I walk up and down stairs to give me the effect of walking up a hill. So my lungs get expanded. There's a lot of things that you can do, or look up the little fruit that can do big things for your memory. There's AI, you can access it for free. You can ask Google, you can ask Siri. Just get on and do it. You want to be able to keep talking. You have grandchildren. I know it's really difficult after the age of 10 to get more than 3 words out there, hi, bye, and love, but it's doable. Ask them about what they're studying in school. Trite, but you'd be surprised. What are they working on in their spare time? What do they like to do? What don't they like to do? Have any complaints about mom and dad? I'm always all ears, because it gives me an idea of what my grandchild is doing and how I can keep on reconnecting him. Just because they're becoming full-grown teenagers doesn't mean that that doorway or that communication is shut. You have to put yourself out there. Nobody's going to keep your brain, your cognitive development sharp for you. You need to put in the effort. Think of it as your investment in yourself. And while you're at it, go over to our website, passionateworldtalkradio.com/blog. Read the summary. Check out the URL that's provided. Find out what the additional tips are that can help you keep your brain alive and well. And listen to this all over again. You have anything to add? This is an interactive internet talk radio station. Email us at pwrnetworkllc@gmail.com. Questions, ask us. We pretty much know what we're doing, Jeannie and I. Jeannie White's my station manager, and like me, we're over 50. That's all you need to know. But we've been around, and we can certainly answer any question you have. Or if you have any suggestions of what you do to keep your brain sharp and up and running 24/7, let us know. Let me have your email. If you don't want your real name, make one up. Use your favorite author's name. Submit it, and you may be shocked and surprised at the same time to hear it. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your week.